here. Happy Veganwary and happy Gregorian year of 2024. I'm your host, Mallory McCoy, and I'd like to welcome you to my first official Monday moment with Mal. I'm so excited to have dropped this. Hi, whoever's here today. I can since I'm streaming from multiple platforms, I can only see that someone has joined. I can't see who has joined. So if you're here, thank you for joining me today. I hope that this broadcast brings you exactly what you need in this present moment. And my love is extended to all who could use a little extra love today. And may my light exude positivity and kindness. Ashe. If you're here right now or you're catching me on the replay, I'd just like to say thank you for being here. I created this segment with the intention of extending gratitude and knowledge and providing affirmations and quotes and just my thoughts on what is happening during the day. So, or during the week, whatever topic I choose to come up with. So, um, it's obvious that my lens and projection is going to be from that of a Black, beautiful woman scholar. But I think that if you're listening and tuning in, I think that you'll be able to find something that you can connect to and that you can enjoy no matter what walk of life you come from. I see that four people have chimed in. I'm so glad that you joined me on a Monday morning, especially a Monday that you could have potentially stayed up late last night. I'm to the point, well, we never went out. We equals my husband and I, we never went out for New Year's. Actually, I was just telling him, I was like, we've never like did a party or went anywhere extravagant, got dressed up. So it went next year or this year, 2024, the Gregorian year of 2024. I am going to be dressing up and going somewhere on this day. And I know I have a friend who, a really close friend, her birthday is actually today. So she always gets to party like it's 1999 on today. So one day I'll dress up and do it with her. So let me just jump right in. So the first part of this broadcast will be just giving thanks. I think that there's so much going on. We can spend a lot of time and energy in what's going on and what we can expunge the energy of negativity or um, trying to think that we can change what's happening around us, but ultimately we only have control of ourselves. That's going to be a topic one week. Circle of concern versus circle of control. I love that topic. So um, but I think that it's important to bring light to what we're grateful for. So I can just say that I am grateful if you are chiming in to this broadcast. I plan to be consistent, and so you'll catch me every week if you choose to. So I hope that you are here with me. Um, this week, I'm genuinely grateful for the interactions with my family and friends. Last week, I talked about how we are the gift. And so before I did that live, I actually called all of my siblings just to make sure that I tapped in and touched base with them. We didn't spend the holidays together. So and then I talked to my mom and my dad and my grandma. One of my three elders that are still with us. And I didn't get to talk to my Texas grandparents, but they're going to get a phone call this week. And I'm also grateful for all of those who extended birthday well wishes to my son. He turned 7, and it is unbelievable to me that I have a 7-year-old. Like, I- like at that point I was just speechless because I can't believe I have a 7-year-old. So I'm very grateful for all of you who extended those wishes. One little birth story I can remember. So I got induced, and because I was like, get this baby out of me. And I had a blood clot during pregnancy too, which I'll talk about at some point. But so I was on blood thinners, and I was having to give myself shots, 6 shots a day. I was initially on blood thinners, or 3 shots a day blood thinners, but the closer I got to pregnancy, then they wanted me to do 6 shots a day to myself. And I was like, get this baby out of me. So I convinced the doctors to induce me. And then I tried to verbally, like, um, convince them to induce me. And then my blood pressure actually convinced them to induce me because it was going up. But it was the stress of me giving myself 6 shots a day. So I I did the Pitocin, but I was laying on my back and the baby got stuck. I forgot what centimeters. That stuff I brain dump because of the stress of the moment. I just remember he got stuck. So to avoid a C-section, my mom was like, "No, we're getting up out of this bed." So I got up out the bed, and I went to the hallway. My sister was there and my mom was there. And I remember my sister pulling out her phone and turning on the wobble. Or no, she turned on 24 karat magic. And so I danced to 24 karat magic, dropped it low in the hospital hallway. And she played it twice because I was like, "Ooh, this is my jam," and the baby was jumping around in my belly. And then she played the wobble, and I only had to do one of the wobble because I jumped forward, jumped back with my IV bag on, everything. And as soon as the song was over, them contractions came in hard, and I the baby was no longer stuck, and so I was able to bring him earthside uh, the natural way. But the story certainly could have been different. So, my whole birth story is a story itself. I'll tell one day soon. So I can't believe that that was 7 years ago. And I know that I'll be standing here or sitting here when he's 20, and I'll be like, I can't believe that was 20 years ago because time doesn't have a speed, but it certainly feels like it goes fast. So thankful for my son. I don't really plan birthday parties for him because he has sensory issues around people, although he's getting better around people thanks to school. So I'm appreciative of him being in school. But he doesn't really play with children. For those of you who don't know me and don't know our story, he is autistic. And so he has sensory issues with sound. He doesn't really socialize with people. So, he, I just try to, keep him as comfortable. And really, I don't really get into parties because you spend too much money anyway. I'm more the experience person. So, anyway, that's a long thing to say. Thank you for the well wishes for our son's birthday. And then I do have to acknowledge I received a phone call from one of my notary friends in St. Louis, and she was calling me to ask me about things, but ultimately in the call I learned from her. So I was thankful to get that phone call and grateful to get that phone call because I learned something from her that's going to change my life in the way that it's going to help me to be or to have more time management, which I'm excited about. So that's what I'm grateful for this week. Okay, did you know? Because this is titled Happy Gregorian Year of 2024. So I'm loving this part because I get to pull out um, my nerd research. But a lot of us are not familiar with calendars. I used to teach music full time. But in the music classroom, I got to talk about calendars because we talked about the Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year. And so, bringing information to my students about how there's different calendar systems in the world, 6 to be exact, and how, the world had adopted the Gregorian calendar because the powers that be had us adopt the Gregorian calendar on a worldwide scale. But countries and societies, even though the Gregorian calendar is the standard calendar measurement that we use, on a worldwide basis, some societies still use their own calendar too. So I was shooketh about like 2 or 3 years ago, when I really dived in deep with a group of my Muslim students because they were confused, about the calendars when they got to the States because in their calendar, the Hijri calendar, they're actually a year older in that calendar than this calendar. And so I would catch them saying their age, but then they would try to um, quickly correct themselves. And so when they would do that, then it intrigued me, and so I went to dive deep, and I just started asking questions because that's who I am. And I learned that their Hijri calendar is actually a year. Well, it's not exactly a year, but it's a year and some change forward from the Gregorian calendar. Another nerd thing, and this is important to know. So I really feel the energy of newness when spring is coming because the world is becoming anew anyway. And so I was wondering, like, why am I feeling like this? Like when springtime's coming and we talk about spring cleaning and rebirthing and all these things. Well, the Gregorian calendar actually did observe March or the beginning of the equinox as the first day of the year. And it changed variably, kind of like how Easter changes and Eid changes, depending on what calendars, and Lunar New Year, all that changes. Um, it was actually March 25th, and so on the Gregorian calendar, the first day of the year was March 25th, and then in 1752, so as recent as 1752, it was changed to January 1st. Now, run tell that. I don't know why they changed it, or the powers that be changed it. Maybe it fit their narrative. I don't know. But anyway, it changed in 1752. And the latest countries to adopt January 1st as their first day of the year was China, because they waited until like the early 1900s to um, adopt January 1st as their new year. So, like I said, if you feel the energy of newness around this time, that's cool. We just got out of a Mercury retrograde. Today is the end of the Mercury retrograde, whew, and I'm thankful. But the new year, the energy of the new year is really when spring comes, and when the equinox comes. So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna, plan to start anew then and do whatever you do then that's your business. You do what you want to do. But happy Gregorian New Year of 2024. Okay, so my topic today is start wherever you are. And for a lot of people, because it is the new year, people start or want to start something new at this time. And that, like I said, that's fine. But then we get to a point where we start something, but we don't finish it. Like we don't, continue with it. And I would just like to challenge you to really continue with whatever you start. It does take 28 days to create new neural pathways. So in your brain, it takes 28 days to create it. And then it takes like 10,000 repetitions for you to make it a habit. So you got to create it, then do it, which can be a lot. So uh, I just would like to challenge you to do that on your own. But I will share with you some things that I started before the new year because I didn't want it necessarily to be attached to the new year. So one of the things that I decided to start on November 28th was that I was going to step on my stepper. I got one of those little, feet. This is exactly what it looks like. And then I was going to do more smoothies and more salads for December. And I called it smoothies, salads, and get the step in. All of those of you who are old enough to remember Martin and his get the step in reference. So, and so out of the month, I stepped for 17 days for an hour each time. And I ran outside 2 days because there was a cold, kind of a nice day. And then there was a nice day in December. So I was outside. And then, because that's where I prefer to work out. And then, when I was outside, I did at least a 5K, but both of them were just under a 10K. So I was pretty proud of myself because building that endurance up takes a little time. Another thing that I challenged myself to do was write affirmations down. And this challenge was a little bit more difficult at first, but let me just tell you about it. Anyway, I listened to Ayanla Van Zant, her podcast, The R Spot. If you haven't listened to that, whether you're in a relationship or not, it's free therapy. It really is. Like, I love therapy and I love my therapist, which I'm coming back this year. But I fell off because I was working. But um, Ayanla Van Zant is a really good podcast for you to listen to because she talks about real stuff. So she did a couple of episodes in November about self worth. And this was in reference to her interview that she did with, oh, what's her name? Jada Pinkett Smith on her book Worthy. And so she talked about self worth. And one of the exercises that she gave her listeners was to write I am statements or 40 I am statements about yourself 40 days. And each day you write the I am statements like I am clear, I am healthy, I am loving, I am giving. So you write that about yourself. And then you go back on to the list and then you check off what applies to you already or what you already believe about yourself. And so all of the I am statements don't have to be true to your current circumstance, but they they it's something that you want to do. So anyway, I did it. Here somebody gave me this writing pad, this I am grateful writing pad, and I didn't even know what to do with it. Like, so it was already set up for me to do it. Actually, it didn't say I am grateful, but I put I am grateful because I start every day with gratefulness. And so I did it 40 days, or I'm like on 42 days or something like that. Anyway, um, it's changed my life. It really has because I realized I'm a words of affirmation person. Well, I realized that a long time ago, but um, the affirmation that I was looking for outside of myself, I actually already had inside of me. So I did not write the same I am statements for 40 days. Actually, the I am statements started to shift because there were some things I was like, oh, okay, I already believe this about myself. So I don't need to um, write anything, or I don't have to keep writing this because I already believe this about myself. Some of my favorite I am statements weren't even I am statements. This one is the one that's guiding this journey, this being with you every Monday morning journey. One day my story will be someone else's survival guide. And that's not the first time I heard that. Somebody told me that, or I was listening to a clubhouse one day, and the lady said, "You don't know if somebody's dying because they didn't hear your story." And I was like, "What?" Like that is just mind blown. But our tests certainly can become testimonies to others. And so yeah, I'm thankful for that. So and I'm thankful for the resource. I'm thankful for this little bitty thing they call the phone because I can use the phone to attach to others and to life. So um, I wanted to quickly go to this. So I've talked about New Year's resolutions, and how we struggle with keeping them, or how some people struggle with keeping New Year's resolutions. And then I saw this online the other day and I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly it. This is exactly what we should be doing. So this poster, Lexi Florentina, and I think it was even, I don't even follow her. I follow her now, but I wasn't even following her at the time. It was just a suggestion that came up on um, Instagram, but she said, this year I'm not doing New Year's resolutions. Instead, I'm acknowledging all the things I have already went through, that I have already accomplished. And no, I don't mean the type of accomplishments that everyone else could see. I mean the ones that only I could ever know were actually a mountain for me to climb. The moments where I softened in places I would usually stay tense, the moments where I said no, where I'd usually force myself to say yes, the moments where I'd say how I felt instead of making myself small, the moments I gave myself permission to not have to do it all, the moments where I actually rested, the moments where I was present with things that brought me joy, the moments where I took the leap even when I wasn't fully confident, the moments where I didn't shame myself for how I felt, the moments where for once I had compassion for myself. This year, I'm reflecting on the little moments where I experienced something a little different, something the eyes couldn't see, but something that was still big for me. Um, that was poignant to me because uh, this, even though it's very, very small, was very, very big for me because, like I said, the lesson that I learned in this exercise was a lot of us seek outside of ourselves for what we actually have inside of ourselves. We already have the power inside of us. And so um, that's what I learned about me. And so I am going to go to the chat. Oh, Cam, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't get to see your chat. Yes, write one, not one a day for 40 days. Write 40 I am statements once a day. So each day I wrote 40 I am statements. This was from last night. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I love this one. I am no longer ashamed. I am giving with an open heart. I am able to receive with an open heart. I am clear. I am light. I am intuitive. Ooh, I just got the chills. I am fit. I am healthy. I am getting stronger. I deserve to be treated well. I love my body. I love my skin. I am a goddess. I am a queen. Actually, those are song lyrics. I love my body. I love my skin. I am a goddess. I am a queen. That's a Jessie J. That song is my jam, the acoustic version. I am powerful. I am, what the heck does that say? My little chicken scratch. Oh, I am responsible. I am truthful. I am courageous. I am independent. I love myself. I choose myself. I am abundant in resource. All that I want and need is within me. Abundance is my birthright. We don't even think about that. And not abundance as in like funds, but all of us are abundant in resource. We have things, but some of us connect it to only money. But money is not your biggest resource. I am blooming. It's my season. I offer love and compassion even when I'm hurt. Oof. The universe works through me. There is no problem, only destiny revealed. That came from an affirmation card that I have. There is no problem, only destiny revealed. I honor myself. I welcome my future. I am fearless. So this is me being fearless right now because I was scared to take a chance on myself. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna lie. So um, I want you to brag about yourself. What accomplishment did you achieve in 2023 that you're most proud of? This, and then I started gardening. I started doing a whole lot more self reflection. Um, let's see what else. Oh, I'm proud of my son. He has made exponential gains in his development this year. My sister asked me last night, is he talking? Not in the way that I'm talking to you. He's able to communicate. He's just not using words. And he picks up and is able to communicate a lot more now. So I'm very proud of him. Very, very proud. Okay, so I love that you hung with me today. I decided to keep this under 30 minutes because it's just a little blurb for your week or whatever, to go about your day. Um, I I will make a vision board, but I normally make my vision boards around March where I feel like that's the energy of new. We clean, we declutter, and then we bring in new. And I actually talk about my vision board process on my blog. Go check my blog out, whenmallorylives.com. I did post, no problem, sis. I did post a new oh, what is it? A new post. You'll get a new post, and it's not gonna be connected to, or maybe connected to, but not directly connected to what's happening on a Monday moment with Mal. This month, I am going to be primarily talking about plant-based living, plant-based lifestyle, because the biggest changes in your life that you will experience are changes that you make from the inside out, not the outside in. I mean, you could work it up. You can keep working outside all you want to, but if your skin is, filled with grease from the fried foods that you're eating, and your body is tired of trying to modulate and accommodate all the crap that you're putting in your body, then you're gonna get nowhere fast. So check out my blogs for that. And oh, I just got an idea, so I can't wait to put that idea into a vision. And then lastly, I'd like to leave you with an affirmation and a quote. And I just pulled these off of line somewhere. And so, oh, wait, what did I do? Undo. What the hey.com? Oh, here we go. Okay, so tag team back again. Um, I release all things from my past year that has caused any negative attachment. I prepare and welcome new changes, new lessons, and new adventures. I welcome new opportunities to grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And then the quote that I have, which I love quotes. So if you got some good ones, send them to me because I got a whole list of quotes. Um, but this one was good for starting. Although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending, a brand new ending. Carl Bard. And it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter when you start, just as long as you start. And if you get into a space where you start and then you stop, then the beautiful thing about life is that you can start again. So, um, thank you for spending time with me today. I hope that I was able to uh, give you something for your new year, or your new time, this new energy with Mercury retrograde being over. And I hope that you will catch me every week here. And actually, I would like for you to also check out because this is streaming also to my YouTube channel. So you could check out my YouTube channel, but it's really just going to be the more the same. And then I'm on Facebook, and I'm not streaming to Instagram, but I'm on Instagram. You can catch up with my life there. Yeah. And oh, I read. So, in the energy of new, I redesigned my When Mallory Lives website, and I redesigned my notary website, mallorymotory.com. And I changed my business to remote. So if you need notarial services anywhere in the United States, I got you. So catch me on the interwebs. Let's go to my website, MalloryMotory.com. That's MALLORYMOTARY. It's a play on words. Mallory, Motory, your mobile notary. I got a whole commercial and jingle and everything. That's where my creative space mind is. Anyway, yeah, if you need notarial services or you know anyone that needs notarial services, I got you. Find me online. Um, I hope that you have the most incredible week. May love, may light, may all the joy, may all the peace come your way. Thank you for joining me today. See you next week. Tune in for my show. Oh, I forgot to say, you are what you consume. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait. All right. Have the best day.